Monday Sidekick, the AI agent that knows you and your business, thinks ahead and takes action. Ask it anything. Seriously. Monday Sidekick, AI you'll love to use. Start a free trial today on monday.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Jenny Moness from We Didn't Turn Out Okay podcast. Did you know at Great Wolf Lodge, there's adventure for the whole family? You and your pack can splash away in the indoor water park where it's always 84 degrees. There's a massive wave pool, a lazy river, and tons of water slides for your pack to enjoy together. And the fun doesn't stop there. Get ready to explore and play at adventure-packed attractions from Magi Quest, a live action game that takes place throughout the lodge to the Northern Lights Arcade. There's also a bunch of great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. And the best part, with 23 lodges across the country, you're always only a short drive away from adventure. As a parent who loves family adventures, I love when everything's in one place. It's why I can't wait to take my family to Great Wolf Lodge. So bring your pack together at a lodge near you, book your stay today at greatwolf.com, and strengthen the pack.
Oldish. The art of knowing more and caring less. With your host, Randy Spelling, Brian Austin Green, and Sharna Burgess.
Okay. Welcome to Oldish. This is a recap of the episode we had on Monday, Mason Sawyer.
What a story.
What a story.
I'm still recovering from
I am
hearing.
absolutely speechless.
That episode hit me in the heart, in the gut, in the balls.
All of it. Like,
I mean, whew.
I don't think we've had an episode yet where I've sat here and felt utterly speechless and not known what to say, like how to begin. And we've had guests come on and talk about their grief and where they're at in it, but Mason being so authentically in it and so vulnerable. You can see 4 years later, he's not through it.
I think too, because we've had other guests on that have talked about grief and losing people, that we then I know for me, I felt like, oh my God, now that I know what people don't like to hear when they're grieving, like, should I say this? Like, I was really judging myself and watching what it is I speak about.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just, and again, I reiterate in what I said to Mason, it was so, is it shitty to use this word, refreshing? It was so something positive to see, what is that word? To see someone authentically share.
You say refreshing.
Refreshing is great.
To not put a mask on it and say, here's how you get through it and I'm doing the things and I'm okay, but to be like, I'm not okay and I am okay. And I'm working through it. And my son is the reason I'm still here, that I haven't killed myself. What a statement, but also how relatable. It's just, it's the inside. He said the inside things out loud.
Yes,
And
exactly.
how nice is that? For someone to say the quiet part out loud and to feel seen by that. And while I'm not experiencing grief in the way that he's experiencing it, many people are. And I think to hear someone say the quiet part out loud and feel seen and understood is so powerful. I don't think he realizes how much he's helping people by being so authentic in his journey in this real time.
I agree. I don't think he does either. And one of the things that he does so well is modeling. Modeling authenticity, even if it sounds different than what most people hear, because we sugarcoat so many things, right? We just do. Like,
everyone
the
puts a
pleasant
filter
dreams.
on
He's
it.
talking about therapy and speaking to the different voices and the different things that are
The parts of self.
I've never heard of that type of
never
therapy.
fucking heard of that.
IFS.
And it was incredibly refreshing and fascinating to hear, because it's like I haven't dealt with grief on that level. So to hear that is like, oh, these are incredible tools that most people never know exist.
And you
until
know how I
in it.
related to it is, and I mentioned in the podcast that I shouldn't say suffer with, I experience intrusive thoughts, dark intrusive thoughts sometimes. And one of the things I learned was to not try and make them go away, but to appreciate them, say thank you to them. Like my move now is to say thank you for the awareness. Like, thank you, I see that. Thank you, I understand. I'll acknowledge it, let it play out, and say I will never let that happen. And then I check all the things to make sure it won't, or whatever. Some of them are so outlandish and unreal that a bald eagle isn't going to fly through and snatch my baby. Do you know what I mean? Like, but there are real life things.
Could. Right. I've seen this movie before.
Randy, stop it. I do not need you affirming these things.
I'm just kidding.
But
someone has been watching Instagram because I saw a video.
Right. But to acknowledge, those things, and to allow the thought to feel seen and heard, and then it just goes away.
So fall has this sneaky way of showing up. It really does. Like one day it's iced coffee and sandals, and the next it is, why are my feet getting cold?
Right? So
Right?
cold, especially my toes. You know what it means to me is that it's time to break out my new Bombas Higher socks. They are warm, they're cushy, and honestly, they're the only socks that I'm going to be wearing this season.
Well, okay, I just got the new Bombas slippers last week. Oh my gosh, they are ridiculously comfortable. I don't really want to leave the house once they're on type comfortable.
That's it, man. They really do. Like the merino wool that keeps you cozy without overheating, the Sukima cotton that actually breathes, that thick rag wool. That's the kind of sock that feels like hot chocolate. It's like hot chocolate by the fire.
Yes,
It's delicious.
it totally is like that. And it really feels good when you remember that every purchase means Bombas donates an item to someone experiencing homelessness. That's over 150 million items so far, and counting.
Which means that while we're staying warm, someone else is staying warm too. I mean, I just feel good knowing that.
Definitely.
They have this happiness guarantee too. Like it means that if for any reason it's not a perfect fit, they're going to make it right, which is crazy. It's no hassle, no stress.
Honestly, though, you're probably going to just want more.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. You guys should head to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase.
That's bombas.com/audio.
Code audio for 20% off your first purchase.
Bombas, they're more than just socks.
Welcome to
Only Murders in the Building,
the official podcast.
Join me, Michael Cyril Creighton, as we go behind the scenes with some of the amazing actors, writers, and crew from season 5.
The audience should never stop suspecting anything.
How can you not be funny crawling around on a coffin?
No, that's true.
Catch Only Murders in the Building official podcast, now streaming wherever you get your podcasts. And watch Only Murders in the Building, streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Do you know why that can be so powerful?
No.
I think it's because when you, talk about intrusive thoughts for a sec, right? When you have those thoughts, most of the time, if you're not aware of you are that thought. It's just a thought that's coming in. So when you can then acknowledge it, you step into a different part of self. You can step into the higher self, the adult you, the awareness part, who then with awareness can look and say, oh, I see you. I recognize you. Thank you for keeping me. So in that way, you've separated now from the identity of it, and you can recognize it. And just that separation alone gives you the chance to do something different and to see, hear, acknowledge it.
And so it feels seen and heard, which is a part of you.
I love that concept
amazing.
too, that all of the feelings, all the things you have are mechanisms in place to keep you safe. So when you start acknowledging them that way and you start realizing like, I don't have this anger because there's something broken in me or something wrong.
Right, when he was talking about it.
It's like these are all
they all want to help you.
They all want to help me. So instead, I'm going to validate the fact that they are here to help me, but say that's not necessarily the help that I need right now. Thank you very much, though. Come be on my team. Let's figure out a healthier way for you to help within this.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. It's interesting. Mason seems very self-aware that he's processed a lot. He's still processing a lot. But I don't think he recognizes what you were pointing out, Brian, the degree to which he processes and
The
is
power.
aware, how much he's sharing, as opposed to just being in it. He's really on that path, and it really just gave such a big permission slip, I hope, to people. You don't have to compare to his story, because I think a lot of people, I know I was sitting here and even just talking about any sort of other grief, I'm like, oh, I don't want to share that. I don't want to share it because it didn't match up.
Right.
But no matter where you are in your life with any sort of grief or with anything hard and challenging that you're going through, to be able to share that authentically and give yourself permission to just be where you're at. Like if you're struggling, you're struggling, as opposed to then judging yourself so hard for struggling, right? Or I should be way further along and through this than I am now. And something's wrong with me. And for
all
sure. Of that. What was one of the hardest things? I know for me, there were a couple times that I got emotional, but I was curious for you two. What was one of the hardest things to hear where you were like, oh, the floodgates are coming. What do I do?
Honestly, it was him sharing his story, and I had to disassociate from the empath part of myself, because I was about to make it all about me and just start crying, because what my brain does is imagine myself in his shoes.
Like imagining yourself in the car on the drive for hours.
To actually get there, to go to the hospital.
And
there
having
were
to
so many
drive
things.
past the actual scene of the accident.
Yes. I couldn't.
That was the one where I was like, oh my God, I cannot.
Claptrap here. 2 big things are coming this fall. Borderlands 4 and Spotify Wrapped. So stop listening to that one playlist that reminds you of your ex who only made you cry. Talking about you, Veronica. And pre-order Borderlands 4, coming out September 12th.
Rated mature.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kan du norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
And then when he was, there were so many cues where I almost lost it. And Randy, I was looking at you like, I'm not going to make it through this.
When they offered to him, they were like, you can see your wife's hand. And he was like, no, I don't want. That was a big one for me, because it was just that reality struck of like how bad it was.
That, and also like hearing him saying, as he's saying, going through screaming and crying in the car, if Blue's not alive, I'm done, I'm killing myself.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get that. I've said for many times and many reasons that I want another kid, but I've also said to Bri, if we lose Zane, I'm gone. Like, I'm going to follow him. You know that, right?
Yeah, no,
that's the darkest thing ever to say.
There's that definite thing though that I completely understand of like, I need a reason to live, because if I'm now going from full house and full life to alone, there's literally nothing that's holding me here anymore.
It's so hard with the grief aspect, because on one hand, when he was talking about the grief that he still has, from a neutral standpoint, it's easy to see we have no control over things. Things happen the way that they happen.
Yeah.
But, and this is a big but, people feel guilty anyway when a loved one dies, a pet dies. You're like, I should have done this more. I should have done that. In a normal circumstance,
let alone in
I
one
can't
like this.
fathom how much that is to reconcile and just how that plays out. And I mean, selfishly, my wish for him is that he will be able to let go of some of that grief as much as possible.
That question you asked him at the end of what he wants for himself was a powerful one.
Yeah, because you could tell he hadn't thought about it for himself.
Yeah, I hadn't thought. That is you, and I I give you kudos all the time, but that is like, you are absolutely aware of the levels of it all, because that was a question that needed to be asked. I think it was one that he needed to think
asked.
about and answer.
Yeah.
So
I think he's going to go away thinking about it.
That was,
you know, and to
you
leave
killed
him
it
on
with that one. That was the question, I think, that to end on for people that are watching and listening, that was the experience to see him go through of that signal. So,
look,
dude, kudos to that.
Thank you. This is a show. We're sitting with people. Of course, our job is to ask questions, to share, to talk, but also what's going to help someone, what makes a difference. And I think part of sitting down with anyone is taking stock of what needs to be asked, not from just an entertainment standpoint, but A, what helps the audience, and B, if we're sitting with someone, what's going to help the guest?
Yeah.
So hopefully we add some help and some light, the same way he was talking about reciprocity and giving back, the same way that we get so much from the guests that we sit with.
Right.
So,
dude, very well done, Randy Spelling. Very well done, Sharna. An unbelievable episode.
Thanks, team. He talked about team and he said, well, yeah, Brian, it's like a basketball team inside of me.
Yeah.
We're a
this
team.
is the team.
High five, team.
This is it. High five to all of you watching and listening.
Thanks,
as
team.
well.
Thanks,
Oldish.
team.
Yeah, this was a big one. I really I can't imagine that people aren't going to walk away with incredible things that they watched and listened to and learned from this, and things that they can share. If you know someone that should absolutely watch and listen to this last one, please share it with them. Please like and subscribe to the show in whatever way you watch or listen to it. It helps us more than you could possibly know. We love doing this show. The three of us love being able to sit down and bring you this content, and we want to keep doing it. And you guys are a massive part of that. So thank you for tuning in and for listening. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that you don't have to navigate life alone. If there's something hard that you're dealing with, or you're just ready for a change, then reach out to me at randyspelling.com, or you could DM me on Instagram, also at randyspelling. And if I can help you, I will. If there's a resource that I can share with you, I will also do that as well. Thanks.